Hey guys, it's Nick Reich with Fordzilla. Big number 10 update. Had awful lot going on here. It didn't rain today, so that was great. We worked a crazy long day, got a ton done. It's 10:35 p.m. right now on Tuesday night, and I've been meaning to do this and get this up, and this just hasn't. These videos are hard. Everybody knows that, to do these on a regular basis, but I know there's a lot of people that watch and get a lot of enjoyment out of it, so that's why we're trying to stick with it. So what we got going on here is we got our 514. So this is the motor out of Woolly Bully. This is the one that I've been running. It's been saving the day. This is the one that had the cracked heads, the holes in the heads. So the old heads over here, we got them here on a car. These are interceptor heads that have been CNC ported. And what happened is they were ported so much that all inside on these cracks on the exhaust ports, they let loose. They let loose and started leaking all over. Anyway, I made do. I was putting water in between races. I was literally filling it up. It'd blow all the water out. I did hydro lock the motor one time. It scared the crap out of me. It didn't bend any valves or ruin any pistons, thank God. But after that, we had to definitely had to make a big change. The motor builder that I'm working with right now, his name's Andy Olson. He's been doing everything in his power to help me. I mean, I'm very lucky to have him. There's not very many people that just build you a motor and work through the night and all that. So we've had some bad luck, and I mean, that's just what it is. It's bad luck. So we had his other motor in here for a short period of time. After I got it back, after we had some failures on the first time, we got it in here. We're tuning it. We got it about 90%. Literally on it would have been our second wide open throttle pull of testing, and we lost a valve. Valve came out. I mean, it broke in half. It didn't completely destroy the motor, but I mean, it messed up some pistons. And what happens when those valves let go is they get sucked back into the intake and they go through every cylinder. So, that motor came back out, and I mean, that was a hard deal for everybody. But that came back out, and that's sitting at his place now, and we're gonna take some time off from that one. And what we did do is, in the meantime, he had some Super Cobra Jet heads. I guess you can't really see that. But these Cobra Jet heads, or what are they? They're regular Cobra Jet? Yeah, they're regular Cobra Jet. I don't think they're Super Cobra Jet. But he had some of these. And the cool thing about these is all the big Ford people that I've known since a kid, they always told me when they put Cobra Jet heads on a big block, or they said it just made it crazy. Monty Nitek, he told me that multiple times. And then all the Langs that I grew up across from, and I think even me and Jim Burmeister had talked about it in the past, that Cobra Jet heads were crazy and all this. Now they're a pretty modest head in today's standards, but moral of the story is we put them on here. I should say Andy put them on here. Andy had the 514. We took it to him when we had the problems right away. And he found me a set of used Cobra Jet heads that had some porting work and stuff done on them. And what we did is we're desperate for reliability, and we just want to run now. At this point, all I want to do is race and not have to worry about failures. So we took the interceptor heads, which are the same. We took the same valves and everything out of those interceptor heads, all the hydraulic setup for the rockers and all that, put all them on these Cobra Jet heads, put them in there. The only thing we changed is we put a thin head gasket, because we were running this 514 motor was 9-to-1 compression, and we put that thin head gasket, and that dumped it out all the way up to, I think it's 10.7. I don't know, or 10. That seems like a lot, but 10.4. I don't know, but it jumped it all the way up. Compression is power. That's good. And we're able to switch this from 91 octane to C16, which we want to run C16 because it's the safest, best fuel money can buy other than oxygenated stuff. So anyway, we did all that stuff. Well, put it in here. As far as tuning goes, we gave David a call. David Page, he's our tuner guy. He's an amazing individual that takes time out of his day. He lives, he's a famous hot rod tuner engine guy, and he takes time out of his day to help us, and he did. And the cool thing is we had a little bit of a software issue. He had to update his computer, so we got all ready. I actually had my shit together and battery charger on the battery and timing light zip tied to the motor, facing, doing all that, everything ready to go. And we had to wait for the computer to update, so that took a bunch of time. But moral of the story is, once that was updated, he already had the 514 because we tuned it. He tuned it fantastic. So he already had that tune saved on the computer. So all we had to do is input that tune, get the timing set at 30 degrees advance, and then he makes small adjustments because we did raise the compression, and then we switched fuel to C16. So we did all that, and here's the really cool part. We did all that, and I mean, it's I shouldn't say massive difference because I haven't experienced a lot, but it's a big difference. And big difference is my very first pull. What I do is I go out in front of my house here, and I idle all the way down the driveway. He puts it on data log on the laptop, and usually I got Wi-Fi all the way down my driveway, and I get out there in front of my house, put it in second gear from a dead stop, and I just pin it and hold it wide open, go up to basically either red line or where I sense the motor doesn't like the RPM anymore. And then I bring it, then I slow down, turn around, come back, idle in the driveway. I pull right into the garage here. When I pull in, it gets internet service, and boom, he's right on there, zooms in on the full pull and starts analyzing it. Once he analyzes what's going on, he makes timing changes. Most times not fuel changes, just for the simple fact that, this one's already dialed in. But on new motors, then you have to make fuel changes and all sorts of little things that I'm still learning, and just by watching him. So we did that, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. When I pinned that thing in second gear, it spun all four tires right from the start. Now that's on blacktop. So that's pretty amazing. I haven't experienced that, because second gear on this, I think second gear, it's a power glide transmission. So second gear, I really want to say it is somewhere around 80 miles an hour. So for it to just be able to go whop and spin all four tires is pretty amazing. So I was all excited when I came back, all excited, but I still have that never-ending fear in my chest that, something's going to let go, or too good to be true, or, something. Anyway, I pull in the garage here, and I do my little thing. I jump out. He starts messing with the data on the computer right away. Now he's in a different state. I think it's Tennessee. He's in Central Time Zone. But he starts messing with that. I jump out right away. I run around. I look underneath for leaks and everything, and you can see I had some leaks. Not that big spot. More these littler spots. And I noticed a leak coming out of the passenger side valve cover breather hose is dripping some oil. So I look at it. It doesn't seem that bad. I check the coolant. Coolant's good. Temp's good. It's idling a little high. We make a throttle butterfly adjustment, bring that down, which David's amazing at this. He'll be like quarter turn front, half turn rear, and it's right on every time. So we did all that. Got it idling better. He made a little adjustments. We actually backed the timing off a little bit on the high end just to be safer. I think it was only 34 degrees versus normally we run 36 or more, but or somewhere in that area. Well, anyway, we backed it off, and he said, "Okay, go take it for another run." I took it for another run, and I'm not kidding you, I almost lost it. I had it in second gear. I did the same thing, but the thing twisted. It was spinning on the blacktop, and it twisted, and I almost overcorrected. But I mean, granted, I'm holding the laptop with one hand and I'm doing shit I shouldn't be doing, but it surprised me. So I'm super excited about this. I'm super excited about this motor and everything. I haven't, most horsepower I've drove, who knows, maybe we've crossed the 700 horsepower mark and 700 or even 800 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know, but it would be cool to dyno it, but man, does it works. I've never been able to spin. I mean, I'm literally putting in second gear at a dead stop. I have second gear on a power glide, and I'm pinning it. So that's 1-to-1. I have 456 gears in it. I can't remember what my transfer case is. I know everybody's going to ask that. Jake and Jeremiah and Jim, they probably all know what my transfer case is. But anyway, it's not slow. So super exciting. Really, really, really exciting. Anyway, so everything went great. I was happy as can be coming back with the thing, pull it in the shop, jump out again, go through. I noticed that there's oil leaking out of this, out of this breather here. It's a hose that runs all the way down. It's leaking down there. And I'm like, oh man, it's never done that no more. So normally what that means, crankcase is building pressure, like weak rings, it's slipping by the cylinder. It's just every time I've ever had that, it's never been good. It's always been, something bad. Well, whatever, I'm racing it. I don't care if it loses, because it was dropping like an ounce and maybe even up to 2 ounces that had dropped out while it was idling in here for a minute. And then when I shut it off, it continued to drip out. It continued to drip out for, I don't know, another 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So, I mean, we're talking an ounce or 2 of oil, and people know that have oil leaks, an ounce or 2 of oil is a lot when it goes on the floor. It looks like a lot. Is it enough to make me not race? No way. I'd still run the thing. But, because it's not raining for the moment here in time, we're crazy busy. We're trying to do everything we can to get as much done as we possibly can. That's why we're doing this now it's 10:45 p.m. at night and 3 days late. But so today, while I was gone, Dennis, which did the majority of half the motor install and all the bolt check cleaning. I mean, he's done this. He's probably done 5 or 6 motors for me here, installing them, taking them out or whatever. He's our shop mechanic. I said, please take these valve covers off, both of them. Let's check everything inside. Let's see if we can figure out why this is blowing oil out. Well, sure enough, we took them off, and it was awesome because it was something simple. It's just where oil squirts out of the rocker, where it squirts out to lubricate everything. It literally, our baffle, we made our own baffle in here, and there's just the smallest gap. I mean, this is a 1 in a million thing, but you know how things are for me sometimes is I get those 1 in a millions if it's usually going against me on a, more often than not. But oil was squirting right in that tiny little hole that actually leads straight out the breather hole and down to the floor. Whatever. Anyway, Dennis took those off for me, pinpointed the problem, and gave Paulie Anders a call right down the road, my neighbor, and running over there. Paulie welded up a little aluminum block, just a baffle, and got her taken care of. So that was pretty amazing. So we should be ready to go. It should be ready to go. We might have an exciting trip going down. Normally to the outlaw races, I ride with Jeremiah Strauss, the window licker buggy, and Danica, and Jim and Brody, and we all ride together in Jeremiah's semi. Well, Jeremiah's trailer, last time we went, it bent an axle. Well, he was working on it, and he did bend his axle back with a press. He's not sure how good that's going to go, but he's going to test it. We might take it, we might not. Otherwise, I have a step deck trailer in my semi, and the step deck, and of course we could fit everything on there. Unfortunately, with my work trailer, my red trailer, that only holds one machine or one buggy, so it's useless when we're going to haul three or four machines. So we might take the step deck, which is an open deck trailer, so that would be pretty exciting, having all these buggies going down the highway on that semi trailer. That'll be a good time. I know it will. It'll get we already get a lot of attention when we have Danica's buggy there on the back of Jeremiah's rig, and I can't imagine having three bouncers on the back of a step deck and a side-by-side. It would be pretty crazy on the way down there. So that's going to be exciting. And then what else? I might flip these tires to get the sharp edge forward. Basically every tire I got rounded off, probably from spinning on the blacktop, but they're all rounded off on one side, sharp on the other. So I was thinking about spinning them. Let me know what you guys think, if you think it's worth it or not. I don't know if this park that we're going to this weekend is dirt or if it's rock. Obviously, if it's rock, I don't think it would make much difference. If it's dirt, I think the sharp edge would make a difference. And then what else? Oh, I don't know. That's about it. I'm going to run this. I'm going to finish this video here. I'm going to run upstairs. I'm going to chop it together in my editing program. And so you can see the black marks on the road from it spinning. And what else? Yeah, I don't know. That's all I can think of right now. So I wanted to give you an update because I don't know if I'm going to have time to give one before I leave. So please wish me luck. I'm really hoping I really need to do good at one of these outlaw races. It's a weird thing, but I've been on the podium now a couple times at Outlaw. But Outlaw, the way they do their points is you have to be fast race 1 and race 2. And that is your points basis. Race 3, which if you do decent on 1 and 2, and you're in the top 10, which is race 3, and you get on the podium or anything like that, that means nothing for points, which is, I don't know, frustrating but it is what it is. And then it also doesn't help when you take this machine was down and I took Wooly Bully and I actually DNF'd on a hill. I never was able to get up a hill, and that really hurt me in points. So I need to do good. I'm looking to really do good at this next race. What else? I don't know. I think that's it for now. So big update number 10. Please share it. The idea is all these videos I'm putting together, they all have a number, right? 1, 2, 3, all the way up. Right now, this is number 10. But I'm going to continue doing this so people can follow my journey with racing. And all this is going to go on YouTube because from what I understand, YouTube has the best revenue source right now that I'm aware of. Believe it or not, Facebook is paying me. Enough people watch these videos and to see what I'm doing with this racing and all this. I think they call it a digital creator that I am, and they pay me now. Now it isn't nothing. So don't get all, oh God, he's getting paid all this money. Well, my first paycheck from Facebook was 7 cents. My second one was 13 cents. I don't remember what, but somewhere in there I had 43 cents. And then now I've been doubling every time. I don't even remember how many times, but it keeps doubling. So I'm up like $6 now. And this is per month. So every month. But I know that seems like nothing, but I'm trying not to look at it like that. I do enjoy doing this. I do enjoy people knowing who I am. I do enjoy, entertaining people and people seeing. I really like to see. I really like people to see how hard it is to do this and how much it takes. Because, the hardest part about this is when you meet people you don't know and you see them on the street and they just think like you just have this stack of money or you have this. You had this great uncle that just left you this huge fortune, and that is completely not how any of this is. So I really love this, and what the biggest thing that pushes me to do this is this is a terrible financial decision. There's nothing that I've had that's been like, yeah, hey, now I'm able to pay my bills because I did this. It definitely helps starting to win races. When you do win races, the money is lucrative. Everything is in the thousands of dollars for winning races, and I think it's becoming normal for the Bounty Hills to be $10,000 cash. You know, there's a lot of money when you win, but you know the odds are not good when you're racing. So where I guess I'm going with this is to tell that story and how we do it and how I make it all work. That's fun. And the other thing is I've tried really hard to step back and step away from this. And I don't know if it's me or if there's something wrong with me, but I lose my drive. I lose my drive to work hard. I lose my push or fulfillment. Now I don't know why that is. I don't know. I've had many talks with my wife and kids and everything about it because you know it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming a lot. But I can work crazy hours and do crazy amounts of things without sleep when I'm pushing towards a goal, and when I'm not pushing towards the goal, a goal, I don't know, maybe I lose my sense of purpose. I don't know what it is. Enough of the Dr. Phil stuff. I'm just giving you guys ideas of how it is in my world. So, yeah, that's what we got going on here. A ton of people that help me, a ton of sponsors, a ton of people that just are out there and enjoying this, and I appreciate all you. And we're gonna keep giving her and keep shooting for this championship of these two different series and this points race. All right, later.